Hi there. Welcome. Should find something nice to say to greet you all. But I'm glad that you're watching. Uh, Many people, including my family, a poor family. Well, they're not so poor, but they don't understand why I chose to change my name. To be honest, it's not just one reason. I guess there's too many reasons for me to remember at all. But one of those more, should say, shallow motives for doing so is that, to be honest, my birth name is more than a little bit hard to pronounce. So but I you know to put it on some perspective on it. In the time, in the years that I used that name, my goal was never nothing less than to become legendary. Not as a dead, non-living entity, but while still being alive. And this is why I did a lot of stuff. Many things that I just think is for the highest good that I don't talk about. But if you want to find out about me, do some digging and you will find out there's really no secrets. And there's not so much to be ashamed of, I'm glad to say. Then there's a higher spiritual reason. It has to do with universal laws and teachings from the olden days. And I have to admit that I spent quite some years before I just put my best foot out and started doing this transformation, as to say. And I say, if you watch other videos from me, you can see it's more than one road to take to get there. And but I believe somewhere, most certainly, Jesus advises to. He puts it very. I could not say that, but you must just renounce your family because of this higher calling. And that's. I love my family. Why does Jesus want us to renounce those that we hold dearest? That it was a mystery to me. Now that I'm settling into being this entity Algon Zulu, it's not something that I'm not prepared to going back. And so to be clear, to do this kind of change is not a dance on roses at all. It's very difficult, but worth it, I have to say. Between the bouts of hardships, when you can actually sit down and relax and reflect a little bit on what you're doing and where you're going, you firmly can get a you can it's like you can feel there's a bigger picture here, and that is something that just spurns my curiosity no end, and you want to see where at this junction in life where does it take me next. I have one like very again a shallow goal is to be featured in Star Wars movies. I would love to star like the Solo X. Where did they come from? What am I gonna do with Kylo Ren? I'm gonna whoop his ass. I was not very. I mean, killing your father. That's not very nice, is it, Kylo? And this is inspiration Star Wars has been to me over the years. Since I was a wee kid, and I know I'm not alone in that. It is that really disturbed family values that are being expounded with those very cool spaceships. And in all this mess, the only sane being that I consider, okay, there's Yoda, Ben Kenobi, but of course Han Solo is a reasonable man that has endured many hardships. I can relate. I can relate him to my own father, because my own father had a style of being that was, I mean, Han Solo is my father, come on. What happened was, this is to do with the Kessel Run again. And it's a very complicated story, I shall spare you the details. But I was a small seaman, got transferred. There is a picture of the Millennium Falcon crashing at Antarctic. I'm sure you can find it online. It's not. I will try to find it and hook it up in the description. And on this mission, it was one of those, one of Hans' unpaid bills that came back to haunt him, and to ensure his family line survived, he crashed into the Antarctic because of those search programs, because of those voids. There was a compatible family for that seed, from the seed I sprung from. And from there I got injected into a whaletooth that is back home now, and from there extracted and sort of put into my biological father's, repository, where he deposited it to the mother bank, and I came out in quite the usual fashion. But there was a lot of fanfare when I was born. This you go to my home place, older people will tell those stories, and I've been told it so many times, and there were flags, there were orchestras, and for me being born. I think my father must have done something. I want to make my father proud. I want to make my family proud. That is what I'm getting at. So, but how do I do it when I'm such an oddball? You know, I got a high degree in being weird. Of course, I've told this many times back home, even that and this me also fulfilling my word. So told on creative passion with you, so important. And I get my own place. This place here is the perfect place. I mean, this is God given, no doubt. This is a place where I can be alone, not disturb so many people, have a beautiful life, and be as weird as I want to be without anybody being harmed. That is delightful. I mean, that is to me, that is liberation. Then from liberation follows duty. I must ensure that my future is, secure. I want to make love. Hey, Fisan. All these animals, they have a good time. I don't think they would be so. If I was like a really disgusting human being, it stands to reason. If you've been around animals, you will understand. So, yeah. And like in these higher callings, it's kind of being tasked not only to have the name changed, but also your birth date, throughout, since 12 years I was a student of astrology. When I was in the National Library, every time when I was by myself among all those shelves when I worked there, I studied every book of them on astrology in the National Library. I was there for 18 months in civil service. And then I went on to the Italian library with a big foreign audience from all over the planet. It's fun. I love being librarian. And then I put it on the shelf for many years because I have this belief. I still do it, but it's like I don't know what I call it, double. On the one hand, you should not let your star sign define you. First and foremost, I think in general, people born under each individual sign, that they do have characteristics that are, in keeping with the description of what qualities those star signs have. And Aries is extremely, like explosive, and likes to go first, and usually in very good mood, and then just down and down maybe for 2 minutes, and it's like nothing happened. at most 2 days. You know, if they are down for 3 weeks, then that is exceptional. That is the first sign of the zodiac. Pisces, the last sign, the one that is before Aries. They are so emotional. They are very emotional, but they all have their qualities. That's not so important. You can study this. It is, for me, over the years, formerly being a Taurus, I saw so many bad qualities, and I met Tauruses just unconsciously, just being a Taurus, lazy, indecisive, stubborn. No, that's a gene. But and it egged me on because for me it's been imperative. Take action, take action, take action, or you die. There's a book called "If You're Not First, You're Last." I think the title sums it up pretty accurately, and it's written by one like Grant Cardone. I haven't read it, but the title kind of sums it up, and it's an ambitious man. I wanted to be a little more than an ox. But then working on intuition and turning into, you know, maybe it was fated. If somebody knows palmistry, come and read. Would be interesting. It's just why I changed my name. There's been things in my psyche and in my heart that has been just nagging me on for many years. That do something, create something, and become a great artist. Make your life art. And now, with all my faults, wrinkles, scars, for better or for worse, now I just want to formally announce me, Orgon Solo at Moseidhul, is the artwork, and the creator of that artwork is Audun Forgar. And I can think of no better way of explaining myself. And in a human language. I hope you understand. If you do, hey, share with me, comment, like, share, subscribe, of course. And if you are a woman that truly feels compatible with me, I am picky. And I don't only judge by the exterior, but I don't disregard it. In that instance, it's 50-50. But then, when I commit, no less is expected of you, because I will be giving 100% of myself to you. no less is expected back. This is maybe why this is maybe why I don't get so many of them. But anyway, hang on in there. Looks like it's gonna be a tough month. It's a ton of preparations. I've been out of it most of the day because it's been raining, and I've been kind of in a rainy day mood myself. So just I have to get out, get out of inertia. Oh well. Became a long chat. This. I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers and good evening.